Today was the 7th of February 2024, sorry. Um, let's decide what we're gonna do. I suppose we're gonna have to keep mining, get more stone to complete our pillars. So far, not bad. Let me just feed these noisy fuckers and then I'll get on with it. Can I just feed them? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. So, today was a rather interesting day. Again, I'm really not sure if I should have left this all and just let it happen. But, you know, I've made the decision now and I've changed. I've gone to the surgery. I'm going to take this one. Torches, I need lots. Oh shit. Yeah, good. Happy I did this now. Got loads of sticks. Loads of torches. Boom. Not a problem. Now I can mine all episode. Wonderful. Right. I think I want to go this way. This was interesting before and I had to mine up. Right, so... Oh, no shield. Oh, fuck. Right, fuck it. We won't use a shield. Right, so basically, today I woke up at 8 and immediately called the hospital. As I said in yesterday's episode, you probably didn't hear it because I was going on quite a lot of irrelevant rants to the actual day. I couldn't really focus. But yesterday I went to a appointment with the hospital, and long story short, they gave me another operation time tomorrow. Well, actually, they didn't give me a time, but they gave me a day, which was today. And oh shit! No wonder I couldn't find the fucking thing. Oh, I'm gonna carry on mining and ignore that cave for now. So I called them when I got home briefly, but they obviously didn't know that this place has been really shit with keeping track of my name. For some reason, they have no idea who I am every time I call or turn up. So I called first thing in the morning when their phone line's open. They didn't fucking pick up, and I was like, this is not good. My plan, if they didn't pick up, was just to go and hang out at the hospital all day, which wasn't ideal, but that's what I had to do. But the lady on the phone at the reception that was trying to pass me on to the specialist reception desk for the area that I was getting my surgery that wasn't picking up, she told me to call back in... Fuck off, man. She told me to call back in 20 minutes. So I was just about to call back, but then I received a call from a number asking me to come into the hospital. I was like, oh, that's perfect. So obviously I'm going to be under anaesthetic, so I can't really drive there myself. So I asked my nan to drop me off, and she very kindly did. She left as soon as I said we got to go, and she picked me up at the house that my father lets me live in. Lovely man. And you know, so I have an excuse today for not focusing. I've got loads of drugs in my system. And yeah, she picked me up, no problem. Got in, left, and yeah, we were a little bit unlucky. So this was around 9 o'clock now, and I thought we might have left or been able to avoid the rush hour from everybody driving to school. But we were still very much in it. It was very busy, and it was pretty fucking annoying to be caught in all that shit. Lots of waiting in traffic lights, and my nan was quite frustrated that we didn't leave earlier or whatever. Her driving was extremely questionable today. She pulled out in front of a bus in a bus lane and stopped in a bus lane in traffic when the bus needed to drop passengers off. You know, she went the wrong way several times, and it got to the point where she made a wrong turn, and I just had to get out of the car and jump over a rail fence, because she got out she made a turn where she wasn't allowed to turn towards the hospital because the road restricted you from turning there. So I literally just had to get out of the car on the road. We're getting beeped at. I got out and fucking jumped over the fence, ran to the hospital, got there. I had this, I mean, everybody knows doctor's handwriting is quite hard to read. This doctor was no exception. He gave me written instructions on where to go, and I couldn't fucking read them. So I was going around to other doctors like, yo, can you read this hieroglyphics? And they pointed me in the direction of where they thought it said. Turns out they were all wrong. I gave it to one doctor. They said, follow me. And I went, followed them, and we were... So a doctor said, okay, give me that paper. So he took it off me, the paper with the fucking instructions on it. And he said, alright, now go over here. And he went back to the same place where I originally started, but got pointed away from by another nurse. So that was weird. And then I was sitting there for about an hour on my laptop, finding some products to complete the list, which I have this list to do for my friend and his father who have asked me to come on board for their business, to find 5 products by today, Wednesday. Originally I was supposed to be having another meeting with them, but I told them that I won't be able to attend because I'll be having surgery, and they said that's fine. So, what happened? Oh my god, my ear. I've actually put my headset on today, even though I've got this thing fucking through my ear. Maybe it's a really bad idea, but I can't be bothered to just wear it around my neck. So yeah, we finished that. Some lady took me in, and well, first of all, it was a dude, some fucking big guy with a mask on, said my name, and he's like, "Are you my name?" And then he was like, "Oh my god!" And from his body language, I could tell that he's been looking all over the place for me. So I was like, "I'm really sorry if I'm in the wrong place, sir." I asked several nurses, and they all pointed me here, and he was like, "It's okay." And then he put me in this room, and before he came in, he went and he told the fucking receptionist off. He's like, "Listen, why the fuck is he waiting there? You should have fucking pointed him in this direction." And she was like, "Sorry, sorry." Yeah, they're fucking not very clever, those bloody nurses. I mean, the receptionists really have no clue what's going on. And they make it way harder for the doctors, and the doctors always kind of, you can tell the doctors hate them. It's probably very similar to the dynamic between chefs and waiters. But yeah, eventually I got seen. I got asked all the same BS questions. Like they've got to be, they got to cover their ass before you go under anaesthetics in case you die. So they ask you all these questions. And then afterwards, this nurse, she's a quite pretty lady. This nurse invited me in this room to ask me some similar questions, but slightly different for other legal reasons. And I tell you what, guys, if I wasn't so obsessed with this girl at the restaurant, I reckon I could have walked home with a phone number today. You know, she's a pretty lady, and I asked her, I was like, you know what, is there any entry-level jobs over here? And she was like, no, why'd you ask? I was like, well, you know, I've been in the hospital the last few days, I'm quite interested by how it all works. And then she starts talking about her job, and then I start pretending I'm interested. Well, I was quite interested in her. I'm quite interested in anybody that works in a hospital. I think it's very interesting now. She seemed very flattered, and then her colleague walked in and said something, and then she looked at me and she's like, "You sure you want to work here?" What the fuck? Then she was getting comfortable with me and telling me all that. And then when she came to give me my gown, she gave me these like tights, like these fucking socks. I said, "Tights? I haven't had to wear these before." And she was like, "Yeah, I just wanted you to look silly as a cross-dresser." I was like, "Okay." So she's got jokes too, eh? And very funny. Then I sat down on the bed. She walked all the way with me, and she started telling me about how she teaches dance. And then she says, "Why do you do this fighting?" I was like, "Well, you know, I just really enjoy it. I try not to get hit in the head too much." And then she told me the story of when she had another dude with a cauliflower ear, who was in for a blood test. And apparently he was being all squeamish, and he had to listen to ambient sounds on his earphones, and she was laughing at him for being a pussy. And also not rewarding, but blessing me up for not being a bitch. And yeah, then she walked away and I never saw her again. Um, but yeah, nice lady. And after that, I sat in this bed for maybe 20 minutes in this room where I sat in that same room where I would just go like straight to the room. So I was in this room and I was like, oh shit. I overheard some ladies shouting at the people at the desk. Again, different ladies in different desks, shouting, saying, "This guy is not coming to see the guy's not coming to the theatre. It's been." Oh no, wait, hold on. Oh shit. I just felt bleeding. I think it's fine. She said it's been this long. The surgeon's going home at 1. He will not be seen and not put under anaesthetics. And I was like, oh man, I really hope they're not talking about me. But luckily, 10 minutes after I heard that and I was in silence on my own, this dude came and just started wheeling me to the theatre. Got into the theatre, a different set of faces today. I'm pretty sure it's the same theatre, but it was a different set of faces, and they're all jokey. Very nice. Today, I didn't have any I think it's called a cannula. I didn't have any cannula until I got into the theatre. They put the cannula in my system once I was laying down in the theatre, and today they put it in the top of my hand instead of my arm. And the top of the hand, I was kind of cringing. I was like, oh my god, I think this is going to be painful. But it was actually far less. I barely felt it actually. And even now, because when I had the cannula in my like elbow crease last week, I could kind of feel it for like a day or two. I literally forgot I've had a cannula in today. The mark is even tiny now. And when he put it in, it was fucking almost painless. And when they took it out, it was fucking fine as well. So I would choose a hand cannula over an arm cannula any day. But yes, they put that in, put some drugs in, and this time they told me that they were going to put it in. And when they told me they were putting it in, they say you'll start to feel sleepy now. Please take some deep breaths. And I was taking some deep breaths, and now I knew I was conscious that it was going in my body, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, okay, I can't pass out in 3 seconds this time. I don't want to be a bitch. So I was fighting it. And guys, if you take anything away from today's episode, let me just tell you, don't fight anesthetics. It made me feel like shit. So I was fighting it. I could feel the tingles in my body. And I kept locking eyes with one of the surgeons, looking at him like, you're not going to get me, bitch. You need a bigger dose, son. This isn't going to fucking knock me out. And then I felt like I said, okay, I feel it now. I'll see you guys later. I feel like I said that, but I probably just went, and, well, we were. And, I think I hear a cave on the other side of this wall. And yeah, that fucking sucked. When I woke up last Monday, when I was under the same anesthetic, I shot out of bed because I literally just felt tingles and then I fell asleep because they didn't tell me they put it in. But so I wasn't resisting it, and I just shot out of bed. It was kind of like, I would describe it like, if any of you have ever fallen asleep when you're sitting in a chair without a headrest or a stool. If you're falling asleep and then your head starts to drop and then you catch your head. That's what it felt like. My head started to feel limp, and then I caught my head, except it was 3 hours later and I was in a different room and I had a hole in my fucking ear. That's what it felt like the first time. The second time, it was more like, it felt like sleep. Like you can feel that time has passed, but you don't know how much, and yeah, it just felt like sleep basically. And when I woke up, I was very tired, and I did not shoot out of bed. I was fucking, I felt like shit. So yeah, it was quite interesting. I didn't feel like when I first shot out of bed last time, I felt quite emotional, and I immediately thought about my late friend who died in a moped crash last year, and I wept for him shortly whilst a nurse dabbed my face. It's actually very nice, actually. But today I didn't really feel emotional. I just felt fucking shit, and I just looked around me and I was like, what the fuck? And again I said, what drugs are in my body, please? And they couldn't answer me again. And I literally felt like a zombie, and I felt like, I looked around and I saw that my IV was empty, and I was like, I got an idea, I'm going to take the IV out. because the cannula this time had only like one tube into my arm, which I assumed was an inwards tube. I don't really know how this shit works, obviously, which you're about to find out how. And and like the last time I had two tubes, and I was like, oh, one for stuff to go in, and then one for blood to come out if they need to test my blood. Okay, cool. And this time I only had one, so I was like, oh, so the drugs go in, and I see, oh, the IV's finished. I'm just gonna twist this out and get it out, because why? I don't need it in anymore. I wanted to move my hand, and it was attached to this fucking thing. I couldn't move it, so I twisted it, and then all of a sudden my blood starts pumping out of this fucking tube that's now open-ended because I've taken it off, and it starts pumping everywhere, and I'm like, oh shit. And it's literally coming out like water out of a tap, and I'm just like, nurse, hello? And I put my hand up and the fucking hand's bleeding. It's coming all over the sheets. And she just looks at me like, you fucking retard. And she has to take the bed sheet away, fucking put it in probably the incinerator. And then she had to clean off all of the equipment that I got blood all over, like the finger thing that takes your heart rate was covered in blood, and she had to do all that. And I was like, I'm sorry for giving you more work. And she was like, it's fine. She's just very she reminded me of the Irish lady from Peaky Blinders. Very similar. And she was Irish too. So I just sat in bed for a bit because I felt really crap. I must have been in the recovery room for about 2 hours. They told me when I first woke up, they said, you're going to be in here for about 2 hours. And I was like, am I really that obviously fucked? Because last time they let me out in like 45 minutes. But like they could see that I was fucked, so it made me wait 2 hours. And hearing that, it felt really long and stretched out, but I did probably need that because I felt, yeah, as I said, I felt fucked, and I didn't feel like I rushed out, but I took my time, and it took about 2 hours. Eventually, when I did start to feel better, I fucking vaulted over the bed rails, because there was these fucking high bed rails that were pissing me off. Jumped over them, took the bed rails down, got out, and walked around. I was like, yo, 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 can you get the... I wanted to get this because I could feel... I took a picture of... Somebody gave me my phone quite early, and I looked at my phone. I could see that I had cotton wool in my ear, which is what I had the very first time. Cotton wool with a needle sticking through, holding the compression. And I said, look, this is what I had the very first time, and it didn't help. It actually got worse. So I said, please could you... I know they're very busy, but please could you speak to a surgeon? I really need to speak to them about this. And they agreed. They said they called one. It took a while, so I asked them to call again. And the OG turned up. My favourite guy turned up that I always talk to. And the one that I gave chocolate to. And he explained to me that the first time it happened, it was a student nurse and he fucked it up. This time they've doubled the wire. The wire goes through twice and pulls through together. And to be honest, it does feel quite tight. So I think it's going to be good. I eventually got discharged, took all my shit out. So I asked the lady to take the cannula out, and she said I couldn't walk out myself. My nan had to come up, so I called my nan, and she came and picked me up. She got a little bit lost. There was no service on my phone. She was walking around. So when I realised it had been a while, I decided to get the mainline hospital phone and call her. She turns out she'd been waiting outside very closely to... She was almost found me, but she was just a bit off. Yeah, found her. She walked in. They let me go. Annoyingly, I used her phone charger literally not a week ago. And I haven't been giving it back to her because I needed it for hospital and it was in my bag. I used the phone charger to plug into the wall, and I forgot. I left without it. Immediately when I realised, when I got back, my nan drove me back to her house. She made me dinner, and I called the hospital. I said, "Hey, I remember what bed I was in." I told them the number, and I said, "Just can you please take that charger and save it for me in lost property for Sunday?" And they were like, "Cool." They're probably gonna fuck that up because so far they've been terrible with data and information. So that's probably gone, but I'll just have to buy her another one. Yeah. What is this shit? There's a lot. Tough. I don't really like it. Wait, can you make... No, what the fuck is the point of this shit? I guess with the chisel and bits I might be able to do something with it. So yeah, I had a lovely chicken stew at her house. It was very, very good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had a sandwich as well, and I said they're not going to bill me for this, are they? And the surgeon was like, no, no, NHS. I was like, cool. That was actually a pretty good sandwich, to be honest. For hospital food, it was fucking lovely. Um, Maybe it's just 'cause I hadn't eaten in ages again, almost another 24 hours, not far off. And my body's looking very trim, like it's a different kind of trim. It's not like a trim after I'm pulsing from training, but it's trim as in I've lost a little bit of body fat and I look like I have a nice shape. I've always had a nice shape, but it was a different kind of nice shape. It was more like TV beach shape instead of like fucking veins popping out, muscle definition to the max, sweating, you know. It wasn't that what I like to have in the gym afterwards. It was like not as vascular, nice shape, you know. Muscles definition was visible, but not like obnoxious. But we all have a bit of an obnoxious muscle definition. We love it. And yeah. Oh yeah, there was an old lady next to me in her bed as well, and we started chatting away. She was a very lovely lady. Said I could do anything I wanted in life. It's always nice to hear. And yeah, wish her the best. Bless her. She just had this, like, I think she had something with her stomach, and I hope it went all well. Yeah, came back, had some food with my nan, and she mentioned in the car on the way to the hospital, actually, so this is kind of not in order. My sister's buying a house in Scotland, and my sister and my nan says that she thinks, oh, she does have a business mind, doesn't she? And I'm like, sorry? So I come up with all these business ideas, and you don't think I'm a business guy, but she buys she's looking at buying a house, and you think she has a business mind. Does that mean all homeowners are business fucking entrepreneurs? No. Buying a house does not mean you have a business mind. But then she disagreed. I was like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to argue about this shit now. If any of you guys have watched any other episodes, you know we argue sometimes of some stupid things. And I just told her, I said, look, haven't been enjoying conversations with you recently. You better switch up, or I'm going to go find another nan. Obviously, I'm joking. I love my nan to bits, but I did say, can you just focus? Let's talk about something nice, like your wedding day or something. Why the fuck you got to keep going on about just shit? And she actually agreed, and now we're having much more enjoyable conversations most of the time. But yeah, came back, had the food with her. I felt really fucking drowsy when I was at hers, but that was very shortly after the surgery. I'm feeling a lot better now, about to go to bed, and God, my ear's hurting. And oh, I should not have this headset on. This is really stupid. I feel like it's fine though. It's resting on top of my head, not the ear. Come on. Um, Yeah, I came home. My dad's girlfriend's son was here, which he's not often that here. I think her youngest son. I don't see that much, but he's a nice dude. He's all right. Said what's up. I was like, yo. They asked about the hospital. I said it was fine, thank you. Just explained the details. Well, not the details, the brief details. And yeah, cool to see him. And went upstairs, had a hot chocolate and cookies to raise the blood sugar. I got given free antibiotics as well this time, free antibiotics, which is pretty cool. So if they did that because I gave them chocolate, then that means the chocolate has now profited me about £4. So that's a fucking win. Both the chocolate bars together were like £6 because they were quite high-end chocolate, and the painkillers are like £10. So boom, £4 profit. Or maybe because maybe after surgery they'd give you fucking, I don't know. I like to think anyway. And they said come back Sunday, and they open in the clinic just for me. If that isn't a chocolate benefit, I don't know what is. I'm very influenced. The Power of Persuasion. You must read it by Robert Cialdini. Fuck me. So basically, played some games with my friend, and it was mostly party animals. Damn, that noise used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. Now I'm a big G. I'll fight anything. I've been fucking around with mods as well on Forge. Who knows what could jump out at me now? So yeah, I played some party animals. We did 5 games, 5 wins. It was fantastic. I have to find the end of the gravel. No, using the wrong pick. Yeah, it was very enjoyable. 5 games, 5 wins. It was very fun. And and then afterwards I just watched some garbage YouTube, and I also had a very long conversation with my dad and his girlfriend. I haven't actually spoken to my dad or his girlfriend much about this lovely girl at the restaurant, and I don't know why, because I've spoken to both my grandmothers about it quite a lot, but for some reason I didn't speak to either of my dad or his girlfriend. I haven't spoken to them about it. I don't know why, but today I changed that. It's just on my mind. Maybe it's because I'm on drugs and I felt like I was sharing it more with them. But I asked them, I was like, is it out of order to chase a girl that has a boyfriend? But the girl's not particularly excited with the boyfriend because she doesn't really speak positive of him too much. And my dad said, no, go for it, mate. And yeah, I still feel weird about it, but they came up with an interesting idea that I'm probably going to follow now. At first, I recoiled at the idea, but I have to do something. Obviously, next week it's Valentine's Day, and my dad told me, I've heard this, but I don't really know this. He said that traditionally Valentine's Day was all about secrets, and you would give somebody it wasn't about couples going out originally. Apparently, it was about giving secret letters with hints of who it might be. So you give a girl a secret card and flowers, and they're like, do that. And at first I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But now I'm like, I think I'm gonna do it. Because I've got the swagger. You know, if she comes up to me and asks me, did you give me flowers? I think I can trust myself to say something cool on the spot that would leave her in like, oh my god. And also, it sounds like her boyfriend was like me with my old girlfriend. I didn't really appreciate my old girlfriend. And she would ask me for flowers constantly, and I'd just be like, no, I'm not getting you, especially because you're asking for them. I'm not fucking buying you flowers. Especially when she didn't buy me shit either. She never bought me any. She didn't even buy me anything for our anniversary. And of course I did. Just got to adjust the year. God. But anyway, enough of mini rant. That shouldn't have. I don't want to be spiteful, but if I get this girl flowers and her boyfriend fucks up and doesn't, that is huge. And if I leave the right hint in the card and she knows it's me but is not quite sure, that's perfect. And then she starts acting a different way towards me, hopefully for the better, and she starts to realise that her boyfriend's a bitch, we go out for a coffee and get married the next day. That's basically the plan. And I'm gonna fucking do it. My plan is I'm gonna get flowers and a card, put it in my bag, go into work, she'll be there. Once she's already at work, I'll then quickly take it out of my bag in the staff room and put it where she can see it. And then play it cool. She finds it, she goes, oh my god, you got me this. And I'll be like, I don't know. And then if she asks me directly, did you get me this? I don't know what I'll say, I'm still thinking about it. That'll be a fucking weird situation. What the fuck do you say? What do you say, guys? Oh my god. I don't really want to ask any friends for advice about this, because they'll probably say no, actually, don't do it. Oh, by the way, stack of diamonds, boom. I used to always celebrate when I got a stack of diamonds as a kid. Now it's just easy, boom. It's time to get some netherite, actually. I should start doing that. Start shearing the sheep. Where are the shears, actually? What the fuck are they? I'll make some new ones. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get her flowers. It's gonna be quite scary. But it could also be a massive moment in my life that we'll talk about and tell our great-grandchildren, you know? I also called an old friend today. Not an old friend, the same guy that I'm doing the business with his father. But we don't usually call. We haven't called for a while. We just talked about stuff that isn't like any company-related shit. So that was nice. Wait, what? Oh fuck. So yeah, that's that really. That's quite exciting. I'm gonna start looking into the flowers tomorrow, the card. Hopefully it all goes down well. Hopefully she sees it. How bad would it be if she didn't even see it? That'd be so fucking embarrassing. Go for all that, and she doesn't even see it, and the flowers just rot. Nothing horrible. Yeah, I guess I've just got to do it, you know. You feel nervous, but you just fucking do it, man. You know, I'm not gonna get anywhere if I don't fucking make any movements, you know. How am I gonna win the chess game if I don't move any fucking pieces? I just came up with that, and that's why that was pretty good. Should I move this enchantment? No, I'm gonna combine this with that. Let's make an anvil. But yeah, oh, I haven't really planned out the fucking. Oh god. Let's get some more wheat, breed the sheep, shear the sheep. Wrong way. Haven't been that way in ages. So yeah, I'm really excited to do that. That could be like, if it doesn't work, I don't. The thing that scares me now is I'm at such a high level of attachment right now. I have never been more attracted to somebody in my life, and I can confidently say that it doesn't even come close. Rejection would hurt like nothing I've ever experienced at this point. So I'm very fearful of that, but I do feel great about the situation. I feel like I have a good chance if she could just. I mean, it's going to be a big decision for her. 2-year relationship. I've never had a 2-year relationship, so it's going to be quite a big thing for her just to put down a 2-year relationship. So it's going to be tricky for her, I think. Or will live happily ever after if she does. Of course, it's quite naive. There's probably loads of. It's going to be complicated, but I have faith. I'm gonna make these are the beds I'm gonna start doing for neverite farming. Gotta get the right height on there. Yeah, so interesting day. Hopefully, the doctors have said to me, don't train for 3, 4, 5 weeks, and that is very scary. That's very, very scary. That's very close to the big day. So I'm gonna have a sit down with my team and decide what to do here. But even when you say that, when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to my team and decide what to do," that's just already assuming that you're not gonna do it now. And I fucking hate this situation. But I just have to think logically, and I want to be my best self. And frankly, already I won't be my best self because I haven't been able to train, and I won't be able to train properly for a long time leading up to the fight. I won't be my best self, and you know, it's very scary. But you know, if I wanted an easy life, I would get a normal job and a normal hobby. So this is what I wanted, and I stop being a fucking bitch and just find a way around it and navigate through. But yeah, very nice day. Well, nice, I don't know if nice is the word, but exciting. And tomorrow, quite busy. I need to actually sort out the order that I'm doing things in. I'll do that whilst I'm in bed. Thank you.